What's up, Wargamers? Welcome to Only Wargaming. My name is Harrison, and I've got here with me...
What's up, guys?
I've got Matt. We're playing Khorne Demons versus Grey Knights for our Crusade League. This is Season 3, so this will be the third game that we've got going. So we are back on the planet Landam 8, where the Grey Knights, in their last battle in Season 2, were attempting to open a warp portal to interrogate the entities of the warp on some information on the location of Grand Master Kaldor Draigo. But the Emperor's children did a drive-by in their Storm Eagle and were able to, at the very least, disrupt the concentration of the Grey Knights performing the ritual, which basically made those warp portals. They lost control of them and they started opening, which released the Khorne Demons. So as the Khorne Demons have come onto the planet, the influence of Khorne has begun to warp the landscape. You'll notice it's essentially the same city ruins that we're still in, but the land itself has started to bleed and blood is coming up from the cracks in the ground. So the Grey Knights will be the defenders today. We are playing the Lying in Wait mission from I believe it's from the Beyond the Veil mission pack.
Beyond the Veil.
In this mission, the Grey Knights will be the defenders. They are lying in wait for the Khorne Demons that are pouring forth from, essentially, this is where the Grey Knights were on that side of the table last game. So now they are watching as the demons come through. So in this mission, the Grey Knights have selected 3 of their units to be the critical mission targets, and the Khorne Demons have to attempt to kill those targets. If they do kill the targets, they'll obviously get points for that, and then at the end of the game, if those targets are still alive, the Grey Knights will get points instead. So in this mission, there are no objective markers. It's pretty straightforward, kill or be killed mission, which sounds pretty fitting for Demons versus
Grey Knights. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. So so we are here on Landam 8. We are playing the Lying in Wait mission. And then we'll go through our list real quick. What are you bringing today? What do we got?
So I am bringing back the Librarian. He will be heading off as my warlord. And then I have 2 strike squads. 1 unit kitted with swords and the other kitted with halberds. Right. And then for my fast attack, I'm bringing 5 interceptors. And then for heaviness, Nemesis Dread Knight, kitted out to the max, got the great sword. It's the same Librarian, Brother Igneous, and what I actually spent a requisition point to give him a gift of prescience, and luckily enough I was able to get the Gem of Inoktu, which is going to give me +2 on Dominus Discipline casts. So for Igneous specifically, that's going to be Vortex of Doom.
Okay.
So I'll get +2 on Vortex of Doom casts.
Okay, that sounds scary.
Yeah.
Cool.
I really want to dish out the mortal wounds with him. That's what he's here for.
Cool. And then for Khorne Demons, we've got Urgalesh, the Herald on Skull Throne. He's going to be the warlord today. We've spent 2 requisition points to give him the warlord trait, the Aspect of Death, so he'll be -2 leadership at 6 inches. And then he also has the relic Argath, King of Blades, so he's essentially damage 4 and can't be -1 to hit or -1 to wound. He's always just hitting at 2s and wounding at strength 6. And then accompanying him, we've got my pretty classic loadout. I've got the 6 Blood Crushers. They've got 2 upgrades as well at this point. They have leveled up, so they're at strength 6 now, so they've got +1 to their strength. And then they've got a pretty crazy Crusade upgrade from the Chaos Demon book, Any units that are killed by them, when they roll their out of action tests at the end of the game, 1s and 2s will cause them to fail that out of action test. So it's very specific just for Crusade. Yeah, when I read that, I didn't.
Test?
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. And then coming up with them, we've just got 10 Bloodletters and 2 units of 5 Flesh Hounds. So with the mission parameters, only 3 units from the Khorne Demons could deploy on the board, and the remaining had to be put in reserve. So we've got 1 unit of Flesh Hounds and the 10 Bloodletters in reserves, and then Matt elected to put all the units on the table, so he's got everybody deployed. The Khorne Demons are taking the Khorne-specific agenda trophies. I forget something trophies. But those essentially are going to be the Grand Master Dreadnought, the unit of Interceptors, thank you, and the Librarian, which is slightly different from the targets that I have to kill for the mission. So we have put some tokens out here to remind me which ones are which, just to help me not forget.
Yeah, right.
And then, Matt, what agenda?
Agenda is the ancient enemy, Grey Knights and Demons, you know? So what that does is, for every specific kind of demon unit a Grey Knight kills, they get a tally. And for every 2 tally the unit gains throughout the game, they get 1 experience.
Okay.
So if 1 unit just goes in and mops up a bunch of demons, you know, he's getting a bunch of XP.
Okay.
Or it can be pretty spread out. So
cool. Cool.
Yep, we're here to kill demons.
All right. Yeah,
sure.
That sounds good. So we've got a pretty. Sounds like we've got a bloodbath on our hands. There's going to be no objectives to hold. We're just going in for kills. Of course, Khorne's going to be running in to get into melee, and the Grey Knights are just going to try to survive the onrushing wave of demons and see if they can shut down the portal that they opened from the last game. So we'll be right back. We're going to roll off to see who gets the first turn, and we'll get it started.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go. All right, Wargamers, here we are. We're at the beginning of battle round 1, and we just need to roll off and see who's got the first turn. So good luck, sir.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Oh, all right. Grey Knights, turn 1. So we've both already gone up a CP. Grey Knights are starting at 5. Khorne Demons will be starting at 4. And then before we take the first turn, we're gonna roll for the Warp Storm. See if Khorne is with us. That's 3. We've got 4 Warp Storm points. So we got 50-50. All right, so we'll be right back after the Grey Knights movement, and then we'll see what Matt's gonna do turn 1.
What up, Wargamers? Here at the top of battle round 1. Before we started, the Grey Knights are going to choose to be in the Tide of Banishment, which is going to give every Grey Knight a 6-inch aura, essentially giving -2 to leadership of demon units within the aura. So every Grey Knight will have that, and every Grey Knight will get to re-roll wounds and hits of 1 against demon units.
Okay.
Which I'm assuming they all have demon.
Yes.
We each went up a CP, and in the movement, I shifted my interceptors up. I kept this strike squad here stationary. I moved that squad of strikes up into that little nook right there, and I just moved the Dread Knight back a little bit outside and gave line of sight on those blood crushers. So at the end of the movement, we now go on to the psychic phase, and I am going to attempt Ethereal Castigation on the Interceptors. That is a warp charge of 6. And if it goes off, they get to shoot in the psychic phase as if it were the shooting phase. And then they get to do a normal move as it were the movement phase. That will go off on a 7.
Goes off on a 7. The Flesh Hounds that are within 24 inches are going to use their Collars of Khorne for their Psychic Deny. Ooh, on an 8. Khorne.
Cool. Cool.
8 is the number of Khorne.
Yeah. Well then, let's give Symphonic Strike on the Dread Knight.
Okay.
Because if I don't kill any of those Blood Crushers, I'm guessing that is their priority target.
Cool. So this gives him.
So this will give him +1 to his attacks in the fight phase.
Cool. What does that go off on?
That will go off on a 6.
Cool.
So that will go off.
It goes off.
He now has +1 to his attack. Now, I am not in range of anyone else, and I'm not expecting too much melee out of the strike squads turn 1. They're not in smite range. So, I am going to use the Librarian next, and I am going to spend 1 CP on Psychic Channeling to give him 3d6 on all his casts for the phase. And then I am going to spend 1 more CP on Powerful Adept to give him +6 inches on his casting range.
Okay. There's nothing I can do about that.
No, not currently. So, first, I want to attempt Vortex of Doom on the Blood Crushers.
Okay. What's the cast? What's the psychic charge?
It is 7.
7. All right.
So roll 3, reduce the lowest, or get rid of the lowest.
Ooh, that goes off.
6, 7.
Goes off on a 9.
9.
Okay. I will use 1 CP, going down to 3 on Contempt for Sorcery. You are within 24 inches of a Khorne unit, but not within 12 of the Flesh Hounds. So on a 4+, I will deny that power.
Not gonna get it.
6 for a Khorne. No Doom.
No Vortex of Doom. That's alright. We are going to now attempt.
So he's got 2 more powers to cast, correct? Because you've got
at the beginning of the psychic phase, I have the Warlord trait Psychic Epitome. And what that's going to do is I get to choose a unit within 6 inches of him. So I'm just going to select himself. And when he casts Witchfire, he will do an additional mortal wound if you take mortal wounds.
Cool. So then you've got 2 more powers, correct?
2 more powers.
1 because you got the extra from the stratagem.
I haven't used that yet.
Okay. Sorry, you haven't used that yet.
After I cast my first 2, I have a stratagem that'll allow me to cast a 3rd time.
Gotcha.
So I am going to attempt Purifying Flame, and that is on a 5. If I get 11 or higher, it's D3 +3 mortal wounds. If I cast on a 5, it's just straight 3 mortal +1.
Ooh, that's not a good one. Maybe I should have denied that one instead of the Doom, but it is what it is now. Here we are.
So let's get it. I need a 5, but I want that 11.
Ooh, does that go off on a 6?
Yeah, it will go off.
Okay, right. You said, on a 5.
3 mortal wounds.
3 more +1? It's 3 mortal wounds +1. That is 4. So 4 mortal wounds will just kill that'll just straight up kill a crusher.
I will take that. I will not re-roll for the extra D3.
Okay, so that will destroy.
I will take that. Now, I get to spend 1 CP on mental focus.
And you're going to cast
which
another
will
power.
allow me to cast another power, and that's going to be Smite.
Okay.
Now I want the Super Smite, so I still get to do the 3d6, discard the lowest.
So it goes off on a 7?
Get it? So D3 plus 1. So 3.
That'll be 3. Beautiful. So that'll take another Crusher down to 1.
So, not as much as I was hoping. That Librarian totally has potential to dish out a lot of mortals.
Yes, he does.
That deny on the Vortex of Doom.
Yeah, the flat 4 mortal wounds on the other power, I maybe should have thought about that, but I just remember the Doom. The Doom was always scary last time that went up,
Yeah,
so.
it's 2d3, and then any unit within 3 inches takes 1 mortal.
Yeah, 2d3 could have done more, so that's maybe, it is what it is. All right, so you've got shooting, or any other psychic powers? You have any more?
No, because the strikes are all in the back, and I'm not expecting them to get in melee turn 1. Actually, you know what? Let's give that unit Hammer Hand.
Yeah, you might as well. No reason not to.
Especially because
They could be getting into combat.
Crusade, you can come from reserves turn 1, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could be charging them.
I believe that goes off on a 6. On a 5.
Cool.
So goes off.
All right, so we got Hammer Hand on the strikes, and we've got
A
Symphonic
reroll
Strike.
all wound in the melee.
Cool.
So, all right. So let's get
Some shooting.
I believe all of these guys are within 24 inches. No one's within 12, so it's just going to be a straight 10 shots.
Shooting at the Flesh Hounds?
Yes.
Cool.
I will get to reroll all hits of 1. Hitting on 3s. No 1s, but I failed 3.
I'll take it.
Toughness
4, so wounding on 4s.
4, so wounding on 5s. Oh, shoot. 4s.
Wounding on 4s, rerolling 1s
Rerolling
because
ones
of the
Tide of Banishment.
Tide. Yeah, I'll take it. More 2s.
Alright, so that's 5 to save, no AP.
Okay, this will be on 4 ups because
Of the shooting.
Khorne cares not for shooting. Boom, so we will fail 2, and that will blast a Flesh Hound.
Alright,
Cut down from Bolter Fire.
and then, so this Strike Squad unit did not move. So they're going to get 20 Stormbolter shots. But before I do that,
Where are they shooting?
They're going to shoot the hounds.
They should be fine. Yeah, their halberd should be good.
So I'm going to spend 1 CP on Cybolt's ammunition. So hits of 6
That's
are an auto
scary.
wound, and they will all be 1 AP. Not like that matters, but I really need the wounds.
Yeah.
So, again, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. 6s are an auto wound. 3 auto wounds, and I failed 3. Not gonna make it. Alright.
4s to wound.
4s to wound, rerolling 1s. 9, 10.
Okay.
So 10 out of 20. Make the wound. 4 up saves.
4 ups on the Flesh Hounds. We fail 2. We fail 3, so that will kill another Flesh Hound and wound another. Shooting at the Blood Crushers.
2 shots. Yeah.
Hitting on 3s. 5s and 6s because they are toughness 5.
Okay. Reroll 1. Alright.
1 wound on a 4. No.
It takes it. That kills one.
Oh, it will. Ooh. What other? You got some more shooting coming in?
From this guy. He advanced, so he's not going to be able to shoot his combat also. Actually, he'd be out of range anyway.
That is unfortunate, but we will take it. So that is another Crusher down. Got 4 left.
So we are going to first shoot his side cannon, which is going to be 6. He is hitting on 3 rolling 1s. Thank goodness. All but 1. This is strength 8, so wounding
3s.
on 3s, rerolling 1s. Thank goodness. Alright, just failed 1, so 4 go through.
Doesn't matter.
I believe
4 ups on the demon save. Oh no, I'll fail 3 of them.
2 damage per.
2 damage each. Oh no, and then what else? You've got something that's damage 1?
Yes, silencer, that's 12 shots.
Okay. So that's gonna be another Crusher dead, and I could re-roll 1 to save 2 wounds, but we're not gonna do that. Oh no. Whew, these guys are getting whittled down.
What's the toughness on again? 5? 5? Alright. So it's going to be hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s.
Go. 4s, 2 wounds.
Rerolling 1s. 3, 6, 7 to save.
These are all damage 1?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. 4 ups on the Crushers.
Okay. Ooh.
They will fail 3 more.
So I take out 1 more?
Yeah, we take out 1
One's
more
down to 3.
and wound another. And there's nothing I can do, because even if I re-roll 1 of those, that is what it is.
So as a Grey Knight player,
that was a lot of damage.
As a player in general who is terrible at shooting, that was a great shooting phase for me personally, but as a Grey Knight player too, you know, we are terrible at the shooting.
You killed 2 Flesh Hounds and 4 Blood Crushers, so that was 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. That was 20 wounds down from that shoot. Well, plus the psychic phase. Get a couple wounds from the psychic phase, but that was pretty good. It's pretty good. Obviously, no charges, right?
No charges. Lying in wait. I'm playing it.
So I did lose a bunch of. Let's see. So I lost 2 Flesh Hounds. They have a leadership of 8.
You should not feel that.
Yes, because if I roll a 6, they can't fail that. And then I have a leadership of 8 on the Blood Crushers as well. So I definitely could fail that, and I don't want to. So
You have a strat?
no, but I'm gonna spend the regular 2 CP to not fail that. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So that looks like the end of Grey Knight's turn 1. We'll be right back after. We'll be right back with Khorne Demons turn 1, right after the movement. We've got some units in reserves that might be able to come down, so we'll see what happens. We'll be right back. Okay, I'm feeling a little nervous about this, but here we are. This is Khorne Demons turn 1. We took a few casualties on the first turn, and I was expecting to be able to get a lot of first turn charges off, especially with my Blood Crushers, but we've only got 2 left, and the way that I deployed them, I had deployed all the special characters farther away, so then I had to kill the closer one, so I essentially lost about 2.5 inches on that charge, which put me outside of 12. So that was just an unfortunate from my decision making in the deployment. But here we are. We used in the command phase, we both went up a CP. The Urgalesh, the Herald on the throne, used his Herald ability on 3 living Flesh Hounds, so their 6s to hit are going to auto wound. And then everything moved out, and in the movement phase we used 2 of our Warp Storm points on otherworldly tread, so that that first unit of Flesh Hounds could move over the pipes without that penalty to hit, get as close as possible to that unit of interceptors. And then we use our other 2 Warp Storm points on the Instrument of Chaos and the Blood Crusher unit, so that extended their -1 leadership to 12 inches. And that wasn't super relevant, but I maybe could have used it on something else, but it basically allowed me to get a little bit closer to the Librarian. And so then I deep struck the Blood Letters within 8 inches of the Strike Squad, because that is their current leadership, and within 8 inches of the Librarian, because that is his leadership with the -1. And then the Flesh Hounds on the other side were able to get within 6 of the Interceptors, so that allowed the Flesh Hound, the second unit of Flesh Hounds, to deep strike within 7 of them, because that is their current leadership. So here we are, that's end of movement phase. We've got all the rest of the units on the board. At this point, it's just going to be a fight for survival. I don't really know what's going to happen here. We'll see.
We're about to get in the fray.
We've only got 2 shooting attacks to do. Both of the Gore Hounds on this flank have got their Burning Roars. So we're going to shoot both of those into the unit of Interceptors up on the top there. So those are just 2d6. 2d assault, d6, strength 4, -1, 1 damage attacks. Do you care if I do these together? I don't. Whatever, we'll do it separately. We got 1 shot for the first one, 4 shots for the second one. Hitting on, oh, it was auto hit, so that is a wound. And then that's a -1 wound on the first one, which you got a cover save for, so basically -0.
So 3 up. Get it.
Cool. And then 2 wounds on the second one, same thing, for 2, 3 ups.
Good.
Beautiful. No Burning Roar today. That's going to be the end of our shooting. We're going to move right on to the charge phase. Okay, we've got 2 CP left. 1 CP we're absolutely going to use on Banner of Blood from the Khorne stratagems. That's going to allow me to use a 3d6 charge on my Blood Letters, discarding the lowest. So we're going to go down to 1.
Going to Overwatch.
Cool. All right, so
it's 20 Storm Bolters.
They're going to charge into the Strike Squad over there. So that's going to go down to 1 in Overwatch.
6s, rerolling 1s.
Nice. Nice, we got 1 hit. With a bunch of 1s to re-roll.
Come on, baby. One more.
Alright, 2 hits, 4s, 2 wounds.
Toughness 4.
Toughness 4.
Wow. Rerolling 1s.
2 wounds. 4 ups to save. We will drop 1.
I was hoping for more, 20 shots.
Lose 1 on the way in. Okay, so we've got a 3d6 charge into the Strike Squad, discarding the lowest. I do have 1 CP left. Oh no!
You're gonna have to spend it, aren't you?
Oh god, yeah, I think I am gonna spend it. Oh no, I didn't want to do that here. Okay, but we still get to roll 3 dice though. So 3d6.
That's better.
Okay, so they get an 11-inch charge. We're gonna move these guys in real quick. Okay, so Blood Letters are in. We use all of our CP, that's no good. Oh god, okay. We are gonna charge our unit of 3 Flesh Hounds in. They are, they're at a 5, they're like basically a 5.5, which means they need, what? To be within, so, okay, so they're within a 5. So a 5 will get them. Yeah, so I need a 5. I need a 5-inch. I need 5 to get it there. Okay. That's a 9. We're gonna move these guys in. And then we're gonna roll our next charge. So they need a 7, because they're 7 inches away. Oh, it's a 9. They're in. I needed that. Thank you. That would have been not good for. Those guys look like they're.
They have Olympic, right?
Yeah, no. But just, I mean, visually,
Oh yeah.
that looks cool as hell. That's kind of why I wanted to do that. I just wanted to swarm that,
Grey Knights
that
are ready. Let's go.
corner with Flash Hounds. So, alright, so you have 1 CP, so you cannot interrupt, which is good for me. So we're just going to start across the board. Yeah. So we're going to start over here and just move our way down because it doesn't really matter what happens. So we'll start with the unit of 5 Flesh Hounds that made their charge. They have, excellent, they have 3 attacks each. So that's going to be 3, 6, 9, 12. And then the Gore Hound has 4. So that's going to be 16 attacks.
From the unit of 5.
From the 1 unit of 5. They're going to be hitting on 3s. And then they are strength 5 with their Gore Drenched Fangs. They'll be -2 and damage 2 because they charge. Normally they're only damage 1, but because Savage Pounce, if they make...
I think they're dead.
Probably. Yeah. Alright, so here we go. We've got a bunch of attacks going in from the Flesh Hounds, hitting on 3s. They're going to be wounding on 3s. -2. No rerolls. The other unit will get 6s auto wounding, but this unit's just going in dry. Hitting on 3s. Okay, we got a decent amount of misses, and then wounding on 3s. Okay, we got 6 at -2, damage 2.
I need 5.
That's 3 down, unless you want to command reroll.
I'll stick with 1 guy left.
Alright, so we got 1 guy left. Let's move right on. We've got the 3 other Flesh Hounds. The Gore Hound is got 4, and the other 2 have 3. These guys have 6s auto wounding because they were given the Herald ability from Earthrush. Cool. So we got 3 auto wounds. These ones are wounding on 3s. Excellent. So that's going to be another 6 at -2. Damage 2.
5. It's a dead unit.
Nice. So that will actually, because I killed a unit in this battle round, that's going to give me the, I think, 20 points for no prisoners for the mission. So I should be up on that just from that single kill. Unless, of course, you kill. So if for some reason I don't finish off these Strike Marines and they did take the Bloodletters out, then it would be even, it would be a tie. But at this moment, it looks like I would get those points. So that side is good over there. We're going to move right along to the Bloodletters. I'm not going to pile in. I don't think there's really any point. They're all within range. And I don't think I need the extra. We're just going to leave them there. I don't feel like moving them. So they're just going to do their thing there. So we've got the Blood Reaper gets 3 attacks, and the other guys get 2 each. These guys are hitting on 3s, and they are strength 5, so they will also be wounding on 3s. No rerolls. But yeah, that's about it. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, and they're going to be -3, damage 2.
Sorry. When do I select to set to defend?
That would have been
on the charge?
Yeah, so you could have overwatched on 5s, or you can get an extra attack when you fight back.
Okay.
So you have the option to get the extra attack on when you fight back now, because you're fighting through the wall there. Alright, so we've got 8 Bloodletters and the Blood Reaper going in. We're going to be hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, unless you're spending, you've got the 1 CP left. Are you doing any defensive stratagems?
Yeah, I think I'm going to spend a CP because I'm going to set to defend them. And any saves that are a 6, you'll take a mortal. It's called Martial Prescience.
Okay, cool. Alright, so it doesn't really have anything to do with set to defend, unless that's what it's called, but...
I have to specifically set to defend.
Oh, gotcha,
so
to do it.
You're targeting a unit that's set.
So cool. Let's do it.
So yeah, CP on saves.
Saves of 6s. Yep. Will bounce back a mortal wound.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Alright, so we got 3s to hit. No rerolls. 3s to wound. Ooh, that wasn't super great. but that's going to be 4, 5, 6. It's -3. Damage 2.
-3?
Yes.
Wow. Alright, 6s.
Yeah, 6s will be mortal, so 6s,
Right.
6s is what we're looking for.
I need... how many of these do I need? I need at least 2.
2 to have one guy left. So we're looking for 6s to save the strike squad in the corner. No.
I don't get any.
No. I'm sorry. I am sorry. So that is the unit wiped. No mortal wounds bounced back. So they will not get a chance to fight back. So I'll definitely get the no prisoners this round. So then I get
this.
Yep, so then that's one of my critical kills. Still looking for the Grand Master, or not, I'm sorry, the Librarian and the Dread Knight are going to be my other kills for the mission. Yeah, so we're not going to consolidate any of the units. They're all just going to chill where they are. And then I don't believe any morales this turn because everybody is dead. That's going to be battle round 1, I believe. So yeah, that was pretty good. I feel pretty good about that. I was really scared at the beginning of the turn. I felt like I took, my Blood Crushers are usually the unit that I look to do the most of my damage. That big, heavy unit of 6 Blood Crushers absolutely murders anything it touches. So when you took out 4 of those models, I was really nervous. So, I took a minute to kind of consider my options about where I could deep strike my units and, who I would be best suited to take out. So I thought, putting my fast units on that flank, doubling up on that strike squad, which is also your fast unit, taking them out so they can't move over across the board and potentially engage my units. But now I can, because, that was kind of a trade-off there. Use my fast unit to take out your fast unit so that now they can move quickly over here when I need to. And then essentially just get with the 3d6 charge on them. I was like, okay, gotta almost guarantee it's something. Those guys, I pretty much knew at least one was going to get in there, and that would be good enough, but I need to guarantee something else would come over here. So that's why we did Flesh Hounds over there, Bloodletters over here. And that was essentially exactly what I needed. That was the goal. I got exactly what I planned to do, so that's good for me. So we'll be right back. We're going to be in battle round 2, Grey Knight's turn 2. We're both going to be going up to 1 CP, and then we'll roll for the, I'll just do it now. Alright, so we're going to roll for the Warp Storm points for battle round 2. We got 2 Warp Storm points. The Warp Storm is clearing. We don't have as many as we would like. So, yeah, we'll be right back. We'll figure out if you're switching over to a different tide or we're staying. Probably
I have to cast it.
Ah, I see. Okay, so we'll be in the Tide of Banishment for the rest of this game.
Yep.
And yeah, cool. We'll be right back.
What's up, Wargamers? Here we are, back top, round 2 with Grey Knights. Harrison and I each went up 1 CP. Harrison's got his 2 Warp Storm points. So nothing in the command phase, went straight to the movement. Terminator Librarian moved down. Dread Knight moved up. And this strike squad has shifted this way.
Cool.
So yeah, Grey Knight's kind of behind right now.
You are surrounded on 3 sides.
Completely outnumbered. So
this is very thematic. If you think about
the focus right now for Grey Knights is just try and wipe everything out on this side. Hopefully, all within this turn.
Yeah.
That is my objective currently.
Yeah. So we've got a demon portal over here spilling forth the creatures of hell. And now you're gonna try to close it. Let's do this.
We're trying. So let's start off with the psychic. I think what I'm gonna want to do is put the librarian is going to choose himself for the psychic epitome to give him the additional mortal wound on successful witchfire casts. And then we are going to attempt Symphonic Strike, which is a warp charge value of 6 on the Strike Marines back here to
Cool.
give them all and a +1 to their attack.
Excellent.
So that will be on a 6. That will go off on an 8.
That goes off. That's this unit here.
Correct.
So then I will attempt to deny. They're not within 12, but they are within 24. And that, I'm sorry, what did that go off?
That was an 8.
On an 8. Okay. An extra attack on those guys sounds not good. You got all your normal Vortex of Doom and stuff going on over here too. Ooh, okay, we'll attempt a normal deny with the Flesh Hounds on that. No, it goes off.
All right,
Okay.
+1
Extra
to the
attack.
Next, we will go with the Dread Knight. Let's do Hammerhand. I think I want to do Hammerhand. I want to give him rerolls on all his wounds.
He's already got rerolls on his wound, or at least ones.
All wound.
Okay.
All wound rolls. That's what Hammer in Hand does. With a nope, just a Psyker. All right, so that'll go off on a 5. That'll go off with a 9.
That goes off. I do not have a deny, I believe, for that, so we're just gonna let that one go.
That's gonna be at 24.
Yeah, I think
You're
so.
gonna save him.
I think, or no, it's not. Yeah, we'll save that deny for something else. We'll let him have his hammer hand.
The 4 up to 9. That's 1 CP.
Yes.
That's crazy. We have the Librarian. Before I get started on that, I am going to use the Gem of Inoktu. I get to activate it once per battle, so this is the only time I'm going to get to spend it.
+2.
And I get +2 to my Dominus Discipline casts. The only one he has currently is Vortex of Doom.
Okay.
So he will have +2 to his.
This sounds like a
Vortex.
perfect power to deny on a 4+.
Yes. And then I'm going to spend 1 CP on Psychic Channeling to do 3d6, discard the lowest.
Okay, so that's your last
So instead of
CP.
casting 3, I'm going to try and.
I should have done this earlier, but I'm gonna spend 2 CP on Insidious Whispers because I don't think there's anything else to spend it on.
Or 2 warp points.
2 Warp Storm points, and you will perils on any doubles, and there hasn't been any so far. But on any other perils now that you cast, you will, or any other doubles, you will now perils if you're within 12 inches, which you are definitely are. So, cool. I've never done this one before. First time.
All right, so 3d6. I am going to attempt Purifying Flame first.
Do you have to target anything? I guess you just you cast it and then you'll
visible, so it's going to be the Crushers.
go.
All right.
Goes off on a 7.
On a 7, yeah. Yeah, it's only a charge of 5, so it's just 4 mortal wounds because of the +1 from Psychic Epitome.
4 mortal wounds.
It's a straight 3 rather
Okay.
than D3 +3.
That went off on a 7. I will attempt to deny this with the other unit of Flesh Hounds that are within 24, so I need an 8 for Khorne.
Oh yeah, you're not within 12, so you don't get.
Oh, that's kind of cocked though.
Yep.
Yes, an 8 for Khorne! That's twice now.
Well, that was Vortex of Doom last time.
Yeah, but twice I've rolled an 8 to deny, which is just funny because
So
Khorne.
now, Vortex of Doom.
Okay.
And then I get the additional 2 on it.
Excellent.
So 3d6.
This should go off.
That will go off on a 9.
That 100% goes
10,
off.
11. Unfortunately, I don't get anything special for the 11. So that will be 2d3.
I'm
and
going to spend my last CP on the stratagem, on Contempt for Sorcery. So on a 4+, I will deny that. And then you are within... Are you within 12 inches of this unit is the question. I It looks like yes. Okay, so then I get a +1. So on a 3+, that will be denied because you're within 12 of a Collar of Khorne. It's a 3. Oh. So I will deny that. Contempt for sorcery.
Cool.
Khorne coming through. I'm sorry, Matt. That's upsetting for you. Good for me, bad for you.
Yeah, that's some shady stuff. All right, so let's just get right into the shooting. First, I'm going to put the Melta from the Librarian into the Crushers.
Okay.
He hits on a 3.
Combi Melta, just shooting the Melta.
Just the Melta. I don't want to shoot anything else.
Cool.
So that's a 5.
It hits.
Yes.
Wounds on a 3.
Wounds on a 3, rerolling 1.
That is a 2.
Of course it is.
Okay. What's next?
Alright, then we're going to do 20 shots from the strike into the Bloodletters.
Cool. Storm bolters into the Bloodletters, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Yep.
Wounding on 4s, rerolling 1s.
Yep.
Nice. And 4s, rerolling 1s because of the Tide of Banishment. The Tide of... We don't like demons. 4s. So you got, yeah. Cool.
3, 6, 9 to save.
9 to save.
If I fail every one, that's it. Come on.
So we have 4 up. Demon saves in shooting for Khorne. That is... Oh, only fail 2. That is an amazing roll. We'll pull these front 2 right here to make your charge as hard as possible.
It's gonna be hard regardless.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to do the Psy Cannon into the Blood Crushers.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put the Silencer into the Bloodletters.
Okay. So the damage 2 weapon into the Crushers, the damage 1 weapon into the Letters. Makes sense.
Yes.
All right, 6 shots.
So,
Which one is this first?
So let's do the Psy Cannon into the Blood Crushers.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Oh wow, 3 2s. 1 reroll. Oof, into a 1 again. We got 2 hits, 3s to wounds.
8, 3s to wounds.
Rerolling everything because he hammer-handed. Oh, that's only in melee.
No. So 1 to save.
1 4 up. No. It's a damage 2. That'll bring him down to 1.
12 shots from the Silencer.
Into the Letters.
Hitting on 3s.
Rerolling 1s for the Tide.
Alright. Wounding on 3s, strength 5.
3s, rerolling 1s. So
So that's only 6.
6 wounds on the Letters. 4 up demon saves. We're gonna fail 3 and make 3, so we've got 4 Letters left alive on the flank. And that's gonna be the end of the shooting, I believe. Mm-hmm. Okay, what charges are we making?
I'm gonna attempt to charge on everyone.
Okay, what do we got? Who's going first?
Let's go with the Librarian first.
Okay, we have no Overwatch, obviously. So easy charges, let's go. Librarian into the Crushers.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, to be honest.
Looks like maybe a 5. Yes, exactly. Need a 5-inch to get within an inch. Yeah.
Alright, 5.
He's in.
Okay. So he's in. Then the... let's attempt the strike squad on those Bloodletters.
Okay, strikes into the Letters.
That's a big one, I don't know what that is.
Got a... something like an 8 or a 9. Yeah, it's at least an 8, maybe a 9. Let's let's roll it and see what happens. If it's nope. That is a 5, so we don't need to worry about.
That's unfortunate.
Okay.
Really unfortunate.
And we've got the Dread Knight. Now, where is he going to choose? So now he's got the options. Who is he rather going to go into? I feel like I'm just going to tell you, if I feel like if he doesn't go over here,
I'm not going to kill
he's not going to kill them, and then they'll go back and murder him. So you almost need to go over here. Just
right. That's my thinking.
Yeah.
I believe he is going to be a 4.
Yeah, just roll it, and it's going to be, yeah. He's in with a 6. He's gonna slide right on into those crushers. Okay, no CP on either of our sides, so Matt's just gonna fight with both of his units first. And then if these crushers are alive, which I doubt they will be, we will fight back. Who's going first?
Librarian.
Librarian is fighting first.
So we're going to do...
We've got 1 wound, just as, you know, if that makes any matters for your decision making. There's 1 wound left on the one, and then 4 on the other.
Right. All right, 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Cool.
Re-roll 1. Cool.
Nice. Toughness 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna be wounding on 3s. Nemesis stave.
Cool.
Is a +2.
3s re-rolling 1s from the Tide. 2 2s in there. All right. We've got 2 wounds. They have a 4 up in demon save in melee as well. Oh no.
Dead, 1 down to 2.
Okay. So that is them almost done. We've just got 2 wounds left for the Dread Knight to finish off. Let's get it.
Yeah.
That's almost a foregone conclusion. He's definitely dead. Let's just roll it though. Unless something crazy happens here, he's definitely dead.
Alright, so he's got 5 attacks. He's gonna do the Mighty Blow.
Okay.
Just adds more damage, less attacks.
Cool.
He hits on 3s.
Rerolling 1s.
Fail 1. Roll 1. That.
3 hits.
3 to go.
3s to wounds.
No, 2s for sure.
You have to be over strength 10. Or strength 10 or more.
It's exactly at 10.
Beautiful. All right, 2s to wound.
Rerolling 1s.
3 wounds. We've got a 4 up demon save. We've got to make all 3 of these or he is dead.
D6.
He's dead. Well, I guess
No,
D6.
I gotta roll, yeah.
Yeah, so
roll at least a 2.
if you roll a 1, he's alive. Don't do it, Matt. Don't roll a 1. I will. That won't be funny.
No, come on. That's great. All right.
I feel like the Emperor is just not on this planet today.
No, we're just blocking everything.
All right, so 1 damage from the strike leaves the Crusher on 1 wound. That is really unfortunate.
So you get to fight back.
Yeah, so that's gonna be it.
What are you clanking down?
We are definitely gonna put it, I think, into the Librarian. We're gonna pop that into the Librarian right now. So we have 1. We've got the Blood Reaper. I'm sorry, the Blood Hunter. He's got 4 attacks. He's going to, and then he's got 4 attacks from the Malefic Horns, which we will remember to do. We're going to be hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s because he's toughness 4, I believe. All right, so hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s with the Hellblades. It's going to be -3 and damage 2. They will be re-rolling 1s to wound because they are within range of him. So that's 3 hits, 3s, re-rolling the 1 to wound. That'll be 2 wounds from the Hellblade on the Librarian at -3.
5 up. What's the damage on
2.
this? You can kill him if I fail both of these.
He's got 4 wounds.
Yeah.
Oh wow, and I've got more attacks coming through as well. Nice, he makes both of his invuln saves. 4 more attacks from the horns. These are going to be hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s. They'll be strength 7. Yes, they'll be strength 7 on the charge, so still only wounding on 3s. That is 3 hits. Wounding on 3s, re-rolling the 1s. That is 2 wounds. This is a -2 for the horn. Damage 1.
4 up. And what's the damage?
Just 1.
4 ups.
He will take 2. Down to 2.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. So I did lose a single model in morale and with a -2. So if I roll a 6 -2, that puts me at an 8. 9. So yeah, I guess I gotta roll morale for you. Oh no! So that guy runs. Okay, so yeah, 6 + 1 is, well, 6 + 1 is a 7, and their leadership is 8. But then with the -2 from the Tide of Banishment, that would put me 1 over. That'll put me 1 over. So he runs. Just making sure I'm doing that right.
And they gotta make a lot.
Yeah, so then these guys also,
They already failed.
they lost 5. They had lost 1 when they did the charge. They lost 5, so they got to roll something really low. Not that. So other guy's going to run. Yeah, they have a leadership 8. We lost 5. So yeah, that's definitely already. I could ignore combat modifiers to combat attrition to test if the horn is in there, but it looks like he is not. So we've got 3 guys on 1s and 2s.
1s and 2s.
Ah, we'll lose another one.
Yeah.
Boop.
Get it.
Okay, so there are
Not what I wanted, but
2 blood letters remaining. So you got a single kill then on the Crushers for this battle round. So then I've got to get 2 kills in this battle round to get no prisoners. If I get 1, we'll tie for evens. So hopefully, yeah, I should be able to get 2 though.
Kill them.
Yeah, we'll do our best. So no morales for the Grey Knights. We failed both morales for the demons this turn. We lost the final Blood Crusher. We lost 2 more blood letters. Yeah, that's gonna be it though. So we'll be back in Khorne Demons turn 2, and it looks like this turn and then maybe the next turn will pretty much be the deciding factor for this game. We'll both be going up to 1 CP in my turn, and we're already out of Warp Storm points. That's gonna come back next battle round. But yeah, we'll be right back after Khorne Demons movement phase, and we'll see what happens. All right, Wargamers, welcome back. Here we are, Khorne Demons turn 2. We moved pretty much as expected. Urgalesh shuffled forward a couple inches, staying outside of engagement range. We moved 6 inches up with our blood letters towards the Dread Knight, and then we rushed around the buildings over here. We've got both units of Flesh Hounds poised with basically, I think, about a 5-inch charge into about a 6-inch charge. Yeah, 6 and a 7-inch charge into these Strike Marines. Yeah, so we do not have anything going on in the command phase. Urgalesh can't use his Herald ability on himself, so we'll just be out of luck with that. So, yeah, no shooting. Oh, I lied to you. No, we do have shooting. We've got some burning roars over here, which we're going to not do because I don't want to make this charge any longer. There's one guy that he could pull right here that would maybe make this a ½ an inch longer, and we're not gonna do that. So we're not gonna shoot these burning roars. We're gonna move right on to our charge phase. So first we're gonna do the blood letters into the Dread Knight. Would you like to overwatch, sir? All right. We are not going to, just gonna roll it with an 8. They're definitely in. Yes, sir. Hello, good sir. We have come to talk to you about the message of our Lord Khorne. We're going to charge Urgalesh now into both characters since they can no longer overwatch. He will make it on a 5. Boop. And now we're going to roll for our Flesh Hounds. We're going to roll the 3 single Flesh Hounds, or not 3 single, but the 3 Flesh Hounds first. I want to measure this now. Let's see what we got. It looks like we need a 5 for this unit because a 6 will be in. So with needing to get within an inch, we'll need a 5. You get it with a 10. Now the next unit, this one's slightly longer, it looks like. Yeah, we'll need a 6, so we'll need 1 more, but I've got a CP, so we need a 6, and we're gonna re-roll this one if we need to. They make it with an 8, and we will take it. Here we go, so Matt has 1 CP, no interrupts available, so it doesn't matter. It looks like who we start with. Let's start over here for the one that we'll just start over there and then we'll move on to maybe some decisions. I've got some minor decisions over here to make. But we'll do the 5, let's do the 3 Flesh Hounds first because they are all gonna be in. We've got the first 2 in and the 1 is within an inch of everybody. So we'll just do that and see what happens. We've got 4 attacks from the Gorehound that's in, and then 3 attacks from the other 3. They're going to be hitting on 3s, and then strength 5. So wounding on 3s. All right, wounding on 3s. We got 3 wounds at -2. 3 5-ups, I believe.
5-ups. Make one of them.
So that'll be 2 Marines cut down from the first unit. So then we'll activate the second unit. They'll use their 3-inch pile in. Excellent. So that allows us to get all 5 of the other Flesh Hounds in. Now that those 2 are dead, which is exactly what I was hoping for. So we've got 4 attacks from the Gorehound and then 3 from the other 4. Hitting on 3s. Pretty bad hit rolls. Not great. And wounding on 3s. This one's cocked. Excellent. So that is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7 at -2. This should be it. Unless you roll crazy good right here. Ooh, wow, just enough. Just enough. You rolled 4 5s. Oh, baby.
Let's do it.
All right, last command point. You got a 5-up reroll to save a Marine, and he makes it. Okay, there you go. So 1 Marine will survive over here, 1 strike squad.
I needed that.
Okay, and now we're gonna move on. We'll just start with the Blood Letters because there's no decisions to make with them. We've got the Blood Reaper has got 3 attacks and the other Blood Letters got 2. They're gonna be hitting on 3s and wounding on 5s and 6s, re-rolling 1s. So all hits. And then you said toughness 6, so 5s and 6s.
Hit it.
Cool, we got 2 wounds so far. 1 re-roll. No, 2 wounds, so it'll be -3.
4 open wound.
Nice, so 2 damage. It's not -1 damage?
No.
Okay, so 2 damage onto the Dread Knight.
11.
Down to 11, okay. All right, so now we're gonna attack with Urgalesh. We're gonna put Urgalesh into the Herald into the Dread Knight because he's damage 4. So that's gonna be tasty. And then we'll put the attendance blades and the... Oh, he actually doesn't bite you anymore. There's actually no attack from the actual demon thing himself. What happened to that? He used to eat your skull and all kinds of cool stuff. Maybe I'm looking at the skull throne. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Does the skull cannon do it? Yeah, the skull cannon still bites you, but I guess the attendants get in the way of these guys. All right, so here we go. We've got 5 attacks from Urgalesh. He hits on 2s and he cannot be -1. He will be strength 6, so wounding on 4s and -3. All right. 2s. Oh no! Don't roll another one. Okay. And
4s. Let's get it. All
4s, 2 wounds.
All 1s.
Okay. We've got 2 wounds.
2
These are damage 4.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Hopefully you don't roll really well on this.
4-ups.
Oh, okay. So make 1, fail 1.
Yeah. So 9. No.
How many you had? 7.
7. So he's still not bracketed.
Okay, so he's got 7 wounds left.
I think he needs 6.
Okay, so now we've got the 4 attacks from the attendants Hellblades. These are going to be hitting on 2s. And wounding on 3s. Cool. That'll be 2 wounds at -3 onto the librarian.
What's the damage?
They are 2 each, but they'll go down to 1. So
I gotta make one of these. And
yes.
1 5 to stay alive.
Yes, he does. Oh no!
Oh,
that's it. The librarian.
Wow. Wow, that's rough.
The attendants.
So you take.
Yeah, so that is a second. That is a second one of my critical. And I got 2 kills. Oh no, 1 kill.
No, you only got
so we're
1.
tied, yeah. So no one's gonna get. Well, you get to fight back. You still get to fight back with the Dread Knight and the Strike Squad. So if you get a kill, then you'll actually get 2 and get the 20 points. So that'll help keep the game going.
All right, so he's gonna start off with Strike Squad champion. Paired.
He's gonna go into the unit of 3 or the unit of 5.
Let's do the unit of 3.
Okay.
So 5 attacks because of Symphonic Strike, the +1 attack. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Fail 1, reroll that. Good.
4 hits.
Toughness.
4.
It's a halberd.
3s.
So 3s, rerolling 1s.
No, 2 2s.
Darn it.
2 wounds on a, I think they're only gonna get 5 up in melee. Yeah. Yes, they have 5 up in melee. No.
2 each.
So that's gonna be the wounded one and they're damaged more than 1.
Oh, that's right. They only have 2 wounds.
Yes, yeah. So 2 are destroyed.
One wound.
So we have
Right.
the Gorehound. I was like, what's his name? Blood, gore, flesh, something.
Still have 5 attacks from. Yes. He does have Hammer Hand, so we'll get to re-roll all wounds. Everything into your Warlord.
Okay.
What is the toughness on that?
He's toughness 7.
Toughness 7. So it's still only going to wound on 3s. Rough. All right. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
And you're doing the.
So I failed 1.
The strike.
Yes. Sorry. Mighty blow.
Nice. We got 3 hits. Wounding on 3s.
Wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Actually, re-rolling everything.
Re-rolling because he has hammer hands.
Good
thing. Oh, we got 2 wounds.
So
2 wounds. He's got a 4-up demon save in melee. Come on, Urgalesh. We make 1, and we're gonna use our last CP. We're gonna use our last CP to re-roll that. On a 4-up, Urgalesh walks away. Boom! Urgalesh takes no damage. That's pretty much, I think, seals the deal right there. That could have maybe, you know, if you'd been able to kill him, that could have given you some options there. Okay, so
He's gonna fail me now.
he is at a -1.
Unless I roll a 1.
Okay, so then I was able to finish the librarian, so we're currently at a tie for destroy units. If they run, I lost 2 models over there.
So you're gonna need morale.
And they would be,
They are also -2.
well, if that guy's still alive when I roll, I think you technically roll. That's actually a good question. Who rolls first for morale? In starting with the player whose turn is taking place. That will be me. Okay, so we've got the single dude. He lost 2. 3, 4, 5. He is good.
Ooh.
Or no, it's even 6, 7. He's still good. So his morale is a 7.
Who's this on?
This is the single gorehound that is.
What's his leadership?
I'm just double checking that. It is an 8. So with a 3,
6.
4, 5 from the ones I lost, 6, 7 from the -2, that's still less than, that's 2 less than what I would have needed to fail. Because I rolled 3. Right?
Alright.
Yeah. So the gorehound is good.
And if I roll a 1, it's pretty much over.
What do you got? Oh no. Okay.
Runs the rest of the game.
So the single strike squad will run. That will count as a unit destroyed. So then I will get the 20, because I destroyed the librarian and the strike squad. So I will get 20 points from no prisoners at the end of battle round 2 now. So that looks then pretty much like a Demon's victory, but we are going to obviously continue the battle and get our Crusade, get our Crusade upgrades and stuff like that. So that's going to be it for Demons turn 2. We'll be right back with battle round 3, and we're going to finish this up. We'll be right back. Welcome, Wargamers. Here we are. This is the top of battle round 3. Both of us went up to 1 CP, but Matt immediately spent that on
fight on the move. It allows a teleporter unit to fall back, still shoot, and charge.
Cool. And the Dread Knight has the teleporter keyword because he's got that upgrade.
Correct.
Cool. So he's gonna fall back, fight, and shoot, that is tasty.
Yeah. So essentially, I want to smite those bloodletters off the table, and then split some fire if possible.
Okay, let's do it. Let's start it off.
Doesn't go off anymore.
Okay, smite does not go off. Does he only has the 1 cast?
Yeah.
Okay. So shooting, what are we blasting?
I'm gonna put the Psy Cannon into Urgalesh, and then I'm gonna put the silencer into the unit of 5 hounds.
Cool. All right, so the damage 2 into the Warlord and the damage 1 into
So let's
the
start
5.
with the 12 from the silencer. Hitting on 3s, you're rolling 1s. That is strength 5.
1 on 3s. Rerolling 1s.
3s, rerolling 1s.
Nice.
So 3, 7 to save.
7 4-ups on the Flesh Hounds. Okay, we'll fail 2. And those are damage 1.
Yeah.
So that will be 1 hound down. Bow.
And then 6 from the
Psy Cannon.
Psy Cannon. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Pretty sure it'll be wounding on 3s as well.
What's his strength? 7.
It's only strength 8.
Strength 8, and then it'll be 3s. He's toughness 7.
So
Winning on 3s.
Rerolling 1s.
2 1s.
So 3 to save.
3 on Urglesh. He's got a 4 up. Oh no! He'll
2
take
each.
6.
Oh.
Oh no! That's terrible. Wow. Yeah, he'll take 6. So he's down to 3. Is that for shooting? All right. Where are we charging? All right. So the Dread Knight charging both units back to where he came. And now he's gonna fight first. So what do we got? Oh, this Warp Storm. I'm sorry, I forgot to roll my Warp Storm points. So we're gonna roll the Warp Storm points for this battle round. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? We've got 5 Warp Storm points.
3 sweeping blow attacks on Urglesh, and 2 Dread Fists into the Bloodletters. So let's start with the 2 on the Bloodletters. Hitting on 3s, you're rolling 1s.
Okay. 1 hit.
Hitting on 2s, you're rolling 1s.
This is in the Bloodletters?
Yep.
All right, 5 up. No. So that'll take out the flag guy.
Alright. 3 on Urglesh.
This is the fist.
No, this is the sweeping blow.
Oh, okay.
So I fail 1, reroll these.
Oh man. Well, looks like that's it. Okay, well, it looks like Urglesh survives on 3 wounds, and we'll get to fight back. So we'll fight back with Urglesh. We're gonna spend 4 Warp Storm points on Fury of Khorne to give every model an extra attack at the start of a fight phase. So we'll give Urglesh up to 6 attacks. Yes, so we're gonna make 6 attacks from Urglesh, hitting on 2s. Oh wow, he rolls 3 1s. And wounding on 4s. He's got 1 wound, that's it.
1 save.
1 to save.
Maybe.
3.
4 up and 1.
That is damage 4.
He's down to 3.
Down to 3. And then we've got the attacks from the attendants. We've got 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s. And these will be wounding on, it's also strength 6. Nice. So get 2 wounds. Minus 3 again. 4 ups.
2 4-ups. What's the damage?
1. Or I'm sorry, 2. Ooh, so he'll take 2 more. He's down to 1. All right, so now we've got the Blood Reaper. He's got 4 attacks with the +1. He's going to be hitting on 3s. Makes 2 hits, and then he's going to be wounding on 5s and 6s. He gets 1 wound. He's got a 4 up invuln on this. It's also minus 3. Everything's minus 3.
4 up.
Boom, so that is it.
That's the game.
So the Blood Letters then will get the last kill on the Dread Knight. So the Flesh Hounds took out the Interceptors. The Blood Letters took out the Strikes and the Dread Knight. The other Flesh Hounds finished off the other Strike Marine, and then Urglesh got the dudes. That was pretty, just trying to remember that for later when we sit down for the after action. But yeah, so that's gonna be it. The Blood Reaper finished off the Dread Knight. We're already pretty far ahead in points for the Demons, so that looks like that's gonna be a Demon's turn. That's gonna be a Demon's win for this game. So the portal, the Grey Knights lost control of the chaos, the portal into the warp, and looks like the Demons are able to pour forth and take over this planet. Landam 8 has fallen to chaos. It is now a demon world. And the Grey Knights will have to continue their search for Kaldor Draigo. We've got 3 games left to see if they can find him in the warp. And Khorne is, of course, just here for the skulls. We don't care. We don't care what happens. We're just here for skulls. So, cool. Thank you, sir. Right. I appreciate it. Good game. Thank you all for watching. We will be right back with our after-action report and roll for the out-of-action tests. Yeah, we'll be right back. All right, here we are. We are in the out-of-action or after battle report. Khorne Demons versus Grey Knights. The Khorne Demons, we lost the 1 Blood Crusher unit to morale, so we're gonna roll an out-of-action test for them. And then the Grey Knights are gonna roll for basically all their units. So let's start off with that. You mind if I roll first? All right, let's do it. So we got out of action on a 2. He is good. Okay, so
all right,
here we go. Who are we doing first?
Start with the Dread Knight. He's good. Let's go with the Interceptors. They're good. Strikes with halberds. That's a 5. They're good. Strike with swords. They're good. And last but not least, the Librarian.
Ooh, that was a lot of 2s. Oh, sweating. But nobody was killed by the Blood Crushers, so nobody.
So 2s don't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. All right, so
anyone level up?
We got a couple level ups. Obviously, everyone got an XP for showing up today, and then I selected my Flesh Hounds as my MVP. Because I love the way they just ran through the flank and cleared through those buildings. So Urgalesh was able to kill one of the trophy targets. So he got 1 XP for showing up and then 2 XP for taking out one of the trophies. So he actually reached the first the blooded level, so he's gonna take the Curus of Rage Crusade relic from the Chaos Demons book. That's the Khorne specific one. That means that the first time a save throw is failed, it'll reduce that damage to 0. So that's pretty tasty. That makes him a lot tougher in melee. So he's gonna be rocking around with a damage 4 sword, toughness 7, reducing incoming damage to 0. So that's cool. And then the Bloodletters, they got 1 XP for showing up. They got 2 XP for killing the 1 unit that was the Interceptors, or not the Dread, but the Interceptors over there. They were one of the higher.
Killed by the Flesh Hounds.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, yeah, so the Flesh Hounds, they got 1 XP for showing up. They were able to kill the Interceptor squad. That was one of the trophies for 2 more. And then they got the 3 for the MVP. So that also puts them at 6. So they're also gonna level up, go to the Blooded rank. And then I chose the Fleet of Foot upgrade from the main core rulebook. So that's gonna give them +1 to their move, and then +1 to their advance and charge. Yeah, so that's gonna make them even faster as they're moving around. So that looks like it for the demon side. Do you have an upgrade? You got some upgrades for the Grey Knights?
Yeah, well, so everyone got 1 XP. I gave the Dread Knight Mark for Greatness just because he sustained and stayed alive the longest. You know, he did some real work, especially on the Blood Crushers. He's not going to level up. He's going to be 1 experience point shy. Unfortunately, I didn't hit my agenda again with Grey Knights, so just lack of XP. However, for showing up, the Librarian gets 1 XP, and that's going to level him up. And he is going to get a relic. I'm going to spend it on Conversion Field. So he's going to get a 4-up invuln, and then if he makes a save of a 6 and there's an enemy unit within 1 inch, they will take Immortal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. And that's from the first tier, right? That's the first tier of relics.
Artificer relics from the core rulebook.
Cool.
It was, I mean, he's He's pretty vital to my Grey Knight lists currently, and I think I just got to give him a little bit more durability. The 5-up invuln is nice. I can use a strat because he has the staff to give him a 4-up invuln, but then I'm spending a CP, so this is just a free 4-up invuln and the ability to dish out some mortals in melee. So.
Absolutely.
So that's what I got for Grey Knights. Hopefully we can move on to something bigger and better and succeed there.
Yeah, so I think we're probably going to be done here on Landam 8. This was just a backwater world that had some kind of relevance to the psychic ley lines of the galaxy. The Grey Knights tried to use this spot here, this ruined Imperial world, to get some information on the warp, but the Emperor's children, just blew up in their face. The Emperor's children, for whatever reason, were able to sabotage the attempt in the last game, Season 2, and then the Khorne Demons poured forth from those warp portals, and it looks like this world will be taken for Khorne, so we will probably see the Grey Knights and the Khorne Demons at some other location in the galaxy coming up in season 4. We'll see what happens, but I think that'll do it. Thank you all for watching. This has been we are only wargaming. This has been a season 3 game of our Crusade League. If you are enjoying it, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate any support that we get. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.